So I'm sitting here in the nursery just thinking about what I really want to share in this video, and really I think it just goes back a little ways before baby came into the picture. My husband and I had to fight pretty hard to get to where we are today. What I mean by that, when we first met, we lived 2 hours away. I was working, I was going to school, I was caretaking for my grandparents, all kinds of things in the southern part of Wisconsin. And my husband was living up here with his dad, also taking care of him in this huge house that we actually ended up buying from his dad. We knew right away how we both felt about each other, and we both saw a future. But to actually make that happen, and I actually left my job that I had been at for 5 years in human resources. God paved the way, and I found an amazing job up here in the Fox Cities that I literally was able to start within weeks of moving up. Actually, my husband, his dad, and I lived together for an entire year. That was great. We tried to make that work as long as we could, until unfortunately his dad did need to move into a memory care facility to have a little more assistance with his day to day. So, quite the journey to even get to the point where we were living together, married, and could even think about having a baby. Once things settled down, so we got married in September of 2018, and by August of 2019, we were pregnant. We always knew that we wanted to start a family. It was kind of funny because the first year of marriage, we would talk about, like, okay, let's start trying. And then a day or two would go by and we'll say, oh, we're not ready yet. Let's take a little more time to ourselves. And it was actually more me wavering, I think, just because obviously I was going to be the one getting pregnant and physically going through all of it. So I would say where I would waver when I was ready, each time my husband was just like, okay, let's do this. Like, he was always ready, which is super exciting. We stopped birth control in late spring, and kind of thought it would take a little longer since I had been on the pill for so long, but turns out this baby was just meant to be because it only took a few quick months and we found out we were expecting. So the story of our little man, it was actually a Monday night, August 19th of 2019, and I had just gone to dinner with my old boss, and thankfully I had a delicious margarita with dinner, because little did I know that would be my last drink for a very long time. I actually just kind of jokingly said to my husband, do you think I'm pregnant? We kind of had baby on the brain, obviously, but it was about 5 days from missing my period, so there was really no reason for me to even be saying that. And so I went in the bathroom and took this little like Dollar Tree test, which I don't recommend buying those. It was so pathetic. Like, we couldn't see anything. There was a very, 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 very faint line. And okay, so looking back, I now know any line is a positive, but I'm serious. It was so faint that him and I looked at it and we're like, oh, guess not. So the next day, my personality, I just couldn't help myself. I actually bought like some better tests, and when I took those, it showed up right away that I was pregnant. So after work, I came home with a little gift bag for Howie that had this adorable little onesie. Actually, it was a onesie and pants and a shirt. And then I gave him like a positive pregnancy test, and I handed it to him. So he kind of saw it coming, but he definitely didn't know until I got home that day. We were shocked. I think, again, thought it was going to take at least 6 months to a year. Lots of happy tears and just like a lot less crying and a lot more smiling than I thought would happen. We kind of kept it to ourselves for a few days. At that point, I was only like 4 weeks along. So I have known for a very long time that I'm pregnant, which was cool because we got to, basically have the full experience. We weren't, 6, 7, 8 weeks along. We've known all along, which was good too because it was summer. It was good to know that I shouldn't be drinking with a little bean inside of me, so it worked out really well. I believe it was like the following weekend, we told my parents we were going on their boat anyway. So that was going to be hard to get away with maybe not having like a White Claw or having a drink with them. And we were so excited we didn't care. We wanted to tell them anyway. So that video is adorable. I wish I knew how to share that on here. But we told mom and dad, which will be Nana and Papa. We told my sister. We told my father-in-law. And then we started telling some of our best friends. We told everyone pretty early. We figured no matter what, they were the important people in our lives that would be there for us. I have never in my life seen people be so excited. It was like nothing compared to when we got engaged or even got married. I mean, something about a baby. So much more fun. People were just beyond thrilled for us and still are. So everything has been going very smooth. We found out at 14 weeks that it's a little boy. I had mom intuition from like the second that I got pregnant that I thought he was a boy. So it was really cool to find that out. And then, let's see, we had our 20-week anatomy scan, which was my favorite. We got to see every little organ, bone, and get that confirmation that he was growing healthy. We had our 30-week, we got to get kind of a peek at him, get the ultrasound, but it was so much harder to see because he's so big now. But yeah, we had our baby shower at 30 weeks. It was beautiful. It was honeybee themed, which is what my grandmother called me. So it was like she was a big part of the day. It was really special. And then after that, it was mom getting to work, getting through her nesting and setting up this beautiful nursery, which I plan to do a nursery tour next. So we are extremely blessed. We have everything we need for this baby and more. We even have like diapers and wipes stocked, which is huge because right now with the COVID-19 going on, unfortunately, a lot of people are hoarding and it's not so easy to find things. And I also don't want to go out to the stores. So I'm very thankful to be so prepared. And now it's really just a countdown. We're going to go every week. Unfortunately, Howie cannot come into the hospital for appointments with me. But he'll be waiting in the car with our bags and our car seat. So if I do get moved to labor and delivery, he'll be able to come right up with me. So far, everything has gone extremely well with this pregnancy. It is so much better than I ever imagined. I mean, yes, like I have a back pain, hip pain. I have numbness in my wrist to the point that I'm pretty much dropping everything I try to touch. I've been going to the chiropractor up until this quarantine hit. I got a couple of prenatal massages. Like I definitely feel I kind of spoiled myself. When things would get really hard, I would go do one of those to help me get through. I didn't have any morning sickness, which was amazing to me. That was probably my biggest fear going into it. I'm doing okay as far as heartburn. So I'm just feeling really lucky and really just trying to enjoy the rest of this pregnancy because as I know he could come any second. And honestly, working from home the last 2 weeks has made it a lot easier on my body. Not time in the car. And I was having a hard time sitting in my office chair. So I'm really, really thankful for that aspect of COVID-19. But I do really miss my coworkers. And I work for such a cool company. So I do miss them. But all in all, things are going great. And I am actually just really excited to go to the hospital and have this baby. I thought that I would be a big ball of nerves, but as for right now, I'm just feeling really excited and I can't wait to meet him and bring him home. So that is the story of us and our little man. There's so many more details I could have put in here, but I just wanted to kind of document where we're at right now and be able to look back despite everything and remember what a wonderful pregnancy with so much support from my best friends, from our family, so much generosity. And I just want to be able to remember all of that.